6,000 British soldiers sailed to a remote island in 1942. Only 5,122 returned. For 80 years, their government buried the truth, until now. This is Gruinard Island, where live anthrax spores were weaponized against Allied troops. Men collapsed, vomiting blood. Officers recorded deaths as training accidents. And 2025 leaks prove it was no accident. This 1942 Porton-Down telegram, declassified in 2025, shows the cold calculus. With Hitler rumored to have bioweapons, Britain raced to retaliate. Gruinard Island was chosen. Isolated, expendable. Soldiers were told they'd test weather gear. Privates like 19-year-old Thomas Evans signed waivers they couldn't read. His diary later revealed, "Sarge says it's gas drills, but why the island?" April 12, 1943. Wind speed, 18 mm, perfect for Trial X. 200 men lined Gruinard's beaches in reinforced suits. At 06WWII, scientists released anthrax simulant. By 0607, Private Evans felt dampness on his neck. His mask seal had failed. By noon, 11 men reported fevers. Command dismissed it as spring flu. But Porton-Down's internal report noted, Subject 7's suit breach confirms vulnerability. Dear Mum, they say it's pneumonia, but men are coughing up black clots. We sleep in chemical stench. Pray for me. Evans' letter, confiscated by censors, was rediscovered in 2025 by his granddaughter. By May 1943, 43 soldiers had developed anthrax lesions. Medical officer Captain Rigby protested, "Terminate trials." Porton-Down overruled him. Reason? Data insufficient. When Rigby leaked sickness rates to the press, MI5 arrested him for treason. Court-martialed in secret, he vanished into a psychiatric hospital. His 2025 medical file states, "Delusional, claims soldiers, poisoned." Meanwhile, on Gruinard, Trial Y commenced, this time with live anthrax. 500 men exposed. 37 collapsed within hours. Death certificates listed unknown sepsis. To validate results, scientists chained sheep to stakes. Anthrax bombs detonated upwind. Animals died screaming, blood oozing from orifices. Soldiers were ordered to autopsy them without gloves. Private Miller's 2025 testimony, "We vomited handling organs. 2 lads got sick. 1 died." Porton-Down photos show rotting carcasses labeled Specimen 12. No decontamination. Spores blew into mess tents. When deaths hit 28, War Secretary James Grigg received a memo. Gruinard casualties unacceptable. His 2025 redacted reply, continue. Deniability paramount. A fact-finding visit was staged. Senior officers wore sealed suits, declared conditions safe. Privates received extra rum rations to stay quiet. The island's chaplain wrote, "God forgive us, we send boys to hell." October 1943. Spores drifted 20 miles to mainland Scotland. Farmers found dead cattle. A child in Ullapool developed skin lesions. Porton-Down's panic is visible in 2025 leaked telegrams. Contain at all costs. Soldiers were ordered to shoot livestock and burn farms. Compensation? Deny anthrax. Attribute to foot and mouth. Survivors became human guinea pigs. Porton-Down tracked their decline. Lesions, lung decay, psychosis. 1944 files label them Group Gamma, long-term observation. No treatment offered. When Private Davis developed gangrenous lesions, doctors photographed him for study, then sent him home to die. His widow's 2025 testimony, they said it was trench foot. He rotted alive. In 1945, the island was sealed, with skull and crossbones signs. Soldiers were threatened with treason if they spoke. Death certificates forged pneumonia, training accident, heart failure. A 1946 Ministry of Defense memo states, "No Gruinard veteran may access VA hospitals." Why? To hide symptoms. 2025 data shows anthrax killed 128 soldiers by 1950, all buried in unmarked graves. When Ava Davies requested her husband's records, she received a blacked-out page stamped National Security. Porton Down monitored widows. One 1953 letter warns, "Mrs. Miller asking questions, neutralize." Neutralize meant MI5 visits. Children were told fathers died heroically, not as lab rats. 2025 leaks reveal 83% of Gruinard widows died destitute, denied pensions. In 1971, rogue scientists tested Gruinard's soil. Result, viable anthrax spores at 3000x lethal dose. Birds carried spores to mainland beaches. The 2025 Project Cleanfield report admits spores survive 400 years. Risk extreme. But officials stayed silent. Why? Tourism revenue. Scottish beaches weren't closed until activists leaked photos of dead seals in 1979. 1981, dying Gruinard survivors sued the Ministry of Defense. Their evidence? Secretly saved lesion photos and diaries. The state retaliated. Medical records lost. Witnesses intimidated. A 2025 leaked MI5 memo ordered, "Discredit ringleader Evans as alcoholic." Evans, now with lung fibrosis, testified, "We were betrayed." The court dismissed the case. In 1986, Thatcher sprayed Gruinard with 280 tons of formaldehyde, a theatrical cleanup. Press hailed it a victory. But 2025 soil tests reveal anthrax spores persist at 40% of sites. No veterans were compensated. The PM's speech, regrettable wartime excess. Translation, no accountability. Porton Down's director received a knighthood. 2025 leaks exposed Porton Down's hidden ledger. Gruinard, 178 fatalities. How? Delayed anthrax infections. Private Evans died in 1962. Autopsy, lung necrosis. Porton Down tracked him as Subject 7. His file notes. Useful data on latency. 152 other veterans suffered agonizing deaths post-war, all classified natural causes. Gruinard data built Porton Down's bioweapons empire. Their patents, anthrax delivery systems. Their clients, CIA, apartheid South Africa. A 1957 contract 2025 leak shows 2 mesallarns for Gruinard aerosol data. Meanwhile, veterans begged for lung treatments. Denied. Porton Down's 2025 net worth, $3.4 billion, funded by dead soldiers. In 2025, Porton Down developed defensive nerve agents. Their ethics committee? Chaired by a Gruinard cover-up architect's grandson. When COVID hit, they secured $1.2 billion for pandemic research. Veterans' families protested. They profit from suffering. A scientist whistleblower was fired, mirroring Rigby in 1943. Sarah Evans, granddaughter of Private Thomas, spent 15 years suing for Gruinard records. In 2025, she forced declassification. Her weapon? Crowd-funded lawyers. Her rallying cry? "They turned Granddad into data. I want his humanity back." 78,000 Britons joined her campaign. The ministry finally released 4,000 pages. But Sarah says it's 1% of the truth. In 2025, Gruinard's soil still tests positive for spores. Hikers are barred. Gulls nest in abandoned labs. Local myths say ghosts of soldiers walk at dawn, choking sounds in the wind. Scientists warn one storm could release spores. The ministry insists it's safe. But after 178 deaths and 80 years of lies, who believes them? Porton Down called it sacrifice for the greater good. Soldiers called it murder. 2025's verdict? Parliament's inquiry found systemic dehumanization. No one was prosecuted. The monument? A plaque hidden on the mainland. To those who served in adversity. No names, no anthrax, no apology.